The man was rapidly assembling his sniper rifle, but the next second, he pulled out a die and tossed it. It turned out he had a habit: he would use the roll of the die to decide how many shots it would take to kill his target. After that, he loaded the bullet, aimed at the empty street, and fired. To everyone's surprise, he actually hit the target square in the chest. At that moment, Lupin spotted the man's figure and quickly pulled Daisuke toward the car. But by then, the man had already reloaded and was preparing for his second shot. Just as he fired again, Lupin swiftly yanked Daisuke out of the way, taking the bullet for him. The two quickly took cover behind the car, and seeing this, the man decided to leave. Back at their hideout, Lupin was furious. Meanwhile, Daisuke, staring at the bullet in his hand, figured out the man's identity. Together, they decided it was time for a counterattack. They arrived at the man's hideout but found no trace of him. Just as they were about to leave, the man suddenly appeared behind them. But to their surprise, he didn't attack. Instead, he challenged Daisuke to a duel. The two of them immediately assumed fighting stances. The next second, Daisuke quickly drew his gun, but shockingly, the man drew his weapon even faster, firing a single shot that sent Daisuke's gun flying. Lupin was completely stunned. Realizing they were no match for him, Lupin seized the opportunity while the man reloaded to make a quick escape. The man immediately gave chase, but this time, he only had one shot left. So, he activated a hidden feature in his car. The next second, a massive machine gun emerged from the front of the car and began firing relentlessly at the two of them, leaving them defenseless. Just then, Lupin came up with an idea. He kicked the car's roof off, trying to disrupt the man's attack. To his surprise, it worked. Seizing the opportunity, the two made a break for it. But, unexpectedly, the man was already positioned on a rooftop with his sniper rifle, targeting the path they had to take to escape. At this point, the two had no choice but to keep running. As they sprinted, the man fired a shot that perfectly hit Daisuke in the head. Seeing Daisuke collapse, Lupin regretted his decision deeply. However, the man had used up his shots and decided to let Lupin go, leaving the scene. The next morning, the man was already waiting on a rooftop, and when he saw Lupin, he threw the die once more. This time, it landed on a 1. He loaded his gun and aimed at Lupin's head, but, to his shock, the bullet missed Lupin and hit him instead. Turning around, he saw Daisuke alive standing there, revealing that the previous night's death had been faked. It turned out that Lupin had sensed something was off about the man. Their movements were always being tracked, and Lupin had deduced the man was somehow connected to the city's surveillance system. Using a delay in the footage, Lupin had managed to dodge the shot, while Daisuke had pretended to be shot, fooling the man.